Hello, if you're looking for a scholarship to study abroad, the course or program you choose is a very strong determining factor in knowing whether you are going to get this scholarship or not. Now, this is very, very important, and that is what I'm going to discuss with you in this video. Specifically, I want to discuss with you about the SI Scholarship for Global Professionals in Sweden, which the video I made and the last video I made, so you can find it somewhere here if you haven't watched it. So if you're struggling to choose what program to study, what programs to study, because these will determine whether you get the scholarship or not, it is a major determining factor. As a matter of fact, it probably is going to be the only determining factor, the program you choose. The other factors will include what you write in your statement of purpose or expression of interest, which is still, all around what programs you have chosen. So it is really important that you make the right choice. You choose programs. In this case, you have up to 4 programs, 4 choices to make. You have options to choose up to 4 courses. So how you come up with this is really important, and I'm going to explain to you step by step how to choose a program that will ensure that you stand the best chance of winning this scholarship. So without wasting your time, I'm going to dive into it. If you like the content I share on this channel, consider subscribing. I'm trying to grow this channel to 100 subscribers by the end of this year, and I hope you can help me achieve that. So please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be making content that's around studying abroad, traveling abroad, career advice, especially for you if you want to advance your career. So I'm going to be making videos around these topics in this channel. So if this is something you like, consider subscribing to this channel, and I will be sure not to disappoint you in providing quality content in this channel. So please, let's do this now. Just to let you know, I've got my laptop here, so I have made outlines. So don't be distracted when you see me looking this way, because I'm going to be following my outline so that I don't make mistake, or not even about make mistakes, so that I ensure that I keep within time and also give you quality information, not anything that is coming out from there. So just to let you know, I'll be making use of a note I have written already, pre-written already, and I will also be showing you, how these things are done step by step that you need to take. This video is not going to be long, and I want to make sure that it's specific to making the best choice for you, choosing the right course for you, and in this case courses, because this is for this opportunity. The Swedish Institute for Global Professionals Scholarship for Global Professional allows you to choose up to 4 programs to apply to. Okay, all right, so let's head into it. How to make the best choice, how to choose a program that is best suited for you for applying for this. So the first thing you need to know is that all of this, the institute themselves want you to choose a course that is related to your experience, related to your skills, and is related to your interest, the things that you are doing. And I explained the last time that how do they determine your interest? But the activities you have been doing pro bono, that is things you are not being paid to do. For instance, volunteering and contributing to civil society programs or courses that you follow. So these things are the things that enable individuals, independent individuals like this scholarship institute, like universities that give you admission, to determine what is this person's interest. How do we know his interest? So things you do without anybody paying you will let us know what your interest is. So the key things we need to know here: your experience. The experience include your job and your studies, and your interest and your skills. So these 3 things are going to determine what is going to happen here. All right, so I've explained to you the purpose for this video, and I'm highlighting why choosing the right course is best for you, especially for this program. And I'll be making resources available for you. The list of eligible courses, I put it in the last video. I'm also going to put it in the description of this video for this SI Scholarship for Global Professional. Yeah, okay, so choosing the right program for you, already emphasized that. So the SIS and themselves emphasizes that programs that align with an applicant's background and future career goals. So 2 things: your current circumstances and your future career goals. So that's the things they are looking at. And so, for instance, if you're passionate, I just want to give you an insight. If you're passionate about sustainable development or sustainability, and you have experience in environmental projects, applying for a master's in sustainable development increases your chances significantly, because you have got an experience in sustainability, and you have got some skills around environmental sustainability or environmental projects. So these 2 things, if you choose it, it's a fantastic match. So there is always going to be a fantastic match for you. Like I explained the other time, the list is several. There are over 700 English courses. So you are definitely going to find a course that matches your discipline, and I'm going to do that now. The first thing you need to do, and I'm going to demonstrate this to you, whether you have a spreadsheet in your computer or on your phone, or you have a sheet of paper like this one, I just want you to do something very simple. Look at what is here. I want you to create 3 columns. So I want you to create 3 columns, and I'm going to do that now. All right, so just draw 3 lines, and I'm going to straighten that. I'm going to get it all the way down, yeah. So you see that I have 3 columns. So in each of this column, I have titled this interest, experience, and I'm see if you can like this, and skill. I don't know whether you can see that very well. So my handwriting is terrible, so don't bother about that. So I have here interest, I have experience, and I have skill. Yeah, so you can do exactly the same thing. If you have a sheet of paper right now, you can start doing that. So if you create this column, and then you can go to the list of courses that have been, listed, which you're seeing now. I'm scrolling through this list now. All right, list of eligible programs. So you find 2 information you need to pick there. You need to pick the course name and the course code. All right, so these 2 pieces of information will be really important for you. So because you will need the course code in making the application, so that is why it's important that. And then secondly, 2 universities might have the same name for their courses, but those courses don't have the same code. So the code will not differentiate between what course and the other one. So you want to make that distinction, because at the admissions website, the university admissions website, there are several universities, including the ones that are not listed or not participating in this scholarship program. So you don't want to go and pick a course in a university, and because you're not making this application through the university website, it may be confusing that you may think you're picking this university and you're picking a different one. So that's why the course code is really important. So put the course code, the course and the course code in the list. So for instance, if I have experience in AI machine learning, under experience, I'm going to list, and it's important that you do one after the other. So let's start with interest. So if I have an interest in AI, I love AI so much, and all the time I've been seeing AI, these things. So I have a lot of interest in AI. I can go on under AI, and I say under interest, and I put AI and machine learning. So, and then you put the course code. If it spills to the next page, just put it in bracket, and you put, so the course code is BTH 0905 95. So that's what I've done there. I've just put this that there. So that's how you do it. Make this list for up to 10, and you can go as high as 20, just so that you don't waste your time. You'll be able to fill it up, all of them up to 20. 20 is just 60. There are 700 courses if you make it for all 3 columns. So if you make up to 20 for each column, you would have a maximum of 60. There are over 700 courses, so you'll be able to do that in that list. So if you do that, make that list, and the next step would be, if you've done that for the first column, and I just, let me explain to you now what each column is. So the interest is, you write down topics or fields that excite you, like I said before. So let's say you have sustainable development, you have entrepreneurship, or you love technology. So any course that you see that is related to technology, courses that you see that are related to technology, and specific technologies that are of interest to you, you put them in the list. That is if you're so much interested in technology and entrepreneurship. The next thing is the experience, and under experience, you list areas where you have professional or academic expertise. You have professional academic expertise. For instance, you have been working as project manager, or a banker, or you have been working as a procurement officer or compliance person in your company. So every course that you see that is related to compliance, that is related to budget, or what do you call it now? Yeah, budget. I think is also part of procurement. I don't know, maybe. But whatever. So just look at courses that are aligned with that experience that you have or in your job. So also look at what you studied, your expertise, what you studied in the university, and include them in the list for experience. And the next one is your skills. So identify your very core skills. So the skills include specific abilities that you have. You might be very good in data analysis, you might be very good in leadership, you might be very good in communication. Or maybe you love music, or you are artistic. So those things are skills that you may have. So look at courses in the list that or fall into this category, and you want to put them in that list that you have. So what happens when you have done this, when you have filled this column? Let's assume that you've done this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 20. I'm not able to do it now. Of course, this is a very tedious exercise. You take your time and do it. Is what the exercise, I'm telling you, it is what your time to put this in. If you understand how much is involved, how much these guys are willing to pay you, $1,000 every month, and also your travel allowance for coming, and added to the fact that you are going to travel, you could go with your family. It's an opportunity. So sitting down for one day to carry out this exercise is really, really worth it. So when you've done that, let's assume that you have filled all of this. So what I want you to then do is to look at what I call the list of you have made your list of like I said, you narrow down to 10 or from there, maximum of 10. Make this list up to 10, at least 10. You can get up to 20, that's fine. So how do you then choose the one that you want to say? And this is what you need to do. Compare your columns and find overlaps. Find the courses that are overlapping. So if you go to column 1, that is your interest column, and you find machine learning, and you go to column 2, experience, and you also find machine learning, and you go to column 3 and you find, that is your skill, and you also find something related to machine learning or machine learning itself, courses that appear in those columns, it means that, hey, you should definitely be taking seriously the course called AI and machine learning. I don't know what I understand. So if you go through that list and you don't find any course that occur 3 times, then you go again and see if you can find courses that occur 2 times. So if you find courses that occur up to 3 or 2 times, then those are the courses that you should be choosing for your best of course of best program that best suit you for this scholarship. Okay, so because they are funding you, you're not just going to pick any course. You need to pick a course that aligns with your own objective. And then if you're picking from those courses, you don't need to bother about whether this course aligns with their own objective. When you need to bother about their objectives is when you are writing your letter of purpose. And we're going to come to that. Hopefully, I'm going to make another video to show you how to write your statement of purpose. And it's a simple essay, but it requires a lot of skills and a lot of you going into some research about yourself and about the organization that is funding you. Now, of course, I expect you to have made a double check to ensure that the universities you're picking for these courses are among the list that is shown. And that's why I said earlier, you need to put the course code along the line. You can use this strategy when you're researching for other scholarships, okay? When you're trying to apply for other scholarships and trying to know what programs you should do. It's not always good to use the same course to apply for several scholarships. Look at the objectives of those scholarships that are funding, people that are funding you, the country you're going to, your own perspective. Those are the things you want to consider when you're picking a course. In this case, you don't need to bother about the countries, because they've done this for you. They've narrowed it down for you and say pick from this list, and whatever course you pick from here, if you get admission, we're going to fund you. So don't bother. You're not going to bother. But if you're making application for another scholarship, for instance, then you will need to do this consideration. Consider, the country that you're going to, the needs of those country. You consider the needs of the institution that you're applying to, whether it's a university offering the scholarship or an independent institution or research institute like the Swedish Institute that are offering the scholarship. So you look at it and then align them with your own personal career goals and personal skills and progression that you've made in your career. Now that is it. That's just a simple strategy or simple matrix that you can use. I call this a matrix for choosing a course that is best suited for you. So if you do that, you should be able to come up with a course that is best suited for you. And in this case, you can make up to 4 choices. So because like I explained in the previous video, if you haven't watched it, there's a link here. So you'll find that you can apply to up to 4 programs, and it's on the same cost and the same application you're making, but you're making up to 4 choices, and you can rank those choices in terms of your preference for them. Yeah, so if you're enjoying this, consider like this video so that YouTube can YouTube algorithm can distribute it to people like you. So it's important that you like the video. If you haven't, please, it's just a button. Click the like button and also consider subscribing, because you like the content. You probably would enjoy it. If you are watching up to this extent, it means you're enjoying this content. So please consider liking, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. Now you've gotten your shortlist, it's time to take action. It's time to take action. Go over to the SI website, start making your research, start doing that list, and then start making your applications. Of course, you should have gotten your document. I showed you all the way how to get your documents ready. I already encourage you to please subscribe to my channel. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes and I'm trying to make sure that this. Now I want to ask you a question or ask you to do something in the comment section. Share the top ranked program that you have made in your list. If that is okay, let me know in the comment section after you have done this exercise. Which is the top your top 4 program on your list that you have selected? Okay. All right, so I have resources. I have this template if you need it. If you need a template, this one and also the one that you've seen in the Excel sheet, the template is going to be on the list, so on the description. So I provide that for you if you want to. Also, the list of eligible courses will also be in the description of this video. Right? All right. So thank you for finding time to watch this. And I'll see you in the next video, which is probably going to talk about how to write a very good statement of purpose or letter of intent for your scholarship application. And I wish you all the very best.